So as you guys know, in Comics and Coffee, which is the weekly series, a Q&A whereby I answer your questions, you guys come up with some of the craziest and kookiest ideas for different things that could be done in comic books, crossovers, and so on. And one of you guys asked me the question, what would I do if I could create my own dream team of Marvel Comics versus DC Comics? But then I started thinking, and I asked myself this question, what would happen if we gave one member of Marvel Comics a lantern ring? And if we took each of the lantern rings and we gave them to one member of the Marvel community, who would those members be? And what would Marvel Comics look like as a result? And so that's what we're going to talk about in this video. So jumping into the Green Lantern first, of course, this Green Lantern ring represents willpower. And for this person, I chose Beast. And the reason why is because in Marvel Comics, Beast is a character who, against all odds, constantly says that he can do better, constantly says that there has to be a way for him to succeed. And so for him, the idea of pushing forward, the idea of always striving for better, gives us an idea that if any character in Marvel Comics were going to be given the Ring of Willpower, it would be Beast. He seems to be the best candidate for it. Now, his character is actually interchangeable with the next character. The person that I chose for the Blue Lantern ring, which is the Ring of Hope, is Captain America. And this is really kind of interesting here. Now, the reason why I say they're kind of interchangeable is because in truth, for the Blue Lantern ring to work the way it's supposed to work to its full potential, it has to be relatively close or to be able to interact with a Green Lantern ring. And so with the two of them working together, Captain America could reach greater heights of inspiring hope in others, as well as, I guess, maybe getting himself out of situations he wouldn't normally be able to get out of, but he could also complement what it is that Beast represents. He could complement Beast with the power of willpower. Now, the next one is the Red Lantern ring, the Ring of Rage. And I know a lot of you guys are just like, oh, who's this one going to be? This one is the Incredible Hulk. And I think either the Incredible Hulk or Red Hulk really had to be chosen for this discussion. The reason being, because as we know, the Red Hulk is the embodiment of rage. He's the embodiment of what it means to just be angry all the time. But he does not have unlimited power like the Incredible Hulk does. The Incredible Hulk is the only version of a Hulk that has unlimited power. The angrier he gets, the more powerful he gets. And red rings feed off of rage. The rage of other individuals empowers those rings. And so if the Incredible Hulk, who already has the unlimited potential to get angry, could then in turn use a Red Lantern ring to channel that rage to make himself angrier faster and reach greater heights of strength faster than he normally would, then he would be a force to be reckoned with. It'd be absolutely nuts to see what it would be like with the Incredible Hulk wielding a Red Lantern. Now, the next person, of course, the next ring is the Black Lantern ring. This is the ring that represents death, and this one actually feeds off death itself. And of course, I think for the most part, we can all unanimously agree that the person who should, I guess, wield the Black Lantern ring would be Thanos. And the reason why I chose Thanos is because Thanos is a representation of death. He is the harbinger of death. Everything he does is for the purpose of appeasing death. And so if he could in turn become the embodiment or the person who would best aptly be able to kill off as many people as possible at any point in given time, then I imagine he would jump on that. And so for me, Thanos wielding the Black Lantern Ring of Death is the perfect candidate for this position. There really isn't anyone else that I think could fit this mold quite as well as he could. Now, the next ring is the Orange Lantern Ring, and the Orange Lantern Ring represents greed. And this person I chose to be Dr. Doom. Now, this one was a little iffy. In truth, I was really kind of grasping at straws to figure out who it was I could throw in the position of the Orange Lantern Ring. There are a lot of people out there who are very greedy in terms of their ambitions, but Dr. Doom really seems to fit the mold here. Dr. Doom is a character who is constantly aspiring for more power. Every single time we see any kind of a major conflict take place, Dr. Doom's always the first one to try to find a way to bend it into his, to his benefit, to basically find a way to give himself more power. We saw with Infinity War that his goal was to basically acquire all of the cosmic cubes and eventually the Infinity Gauntlet itself. We saw him do the same thing in the Infinity Gauntlet storyline. During Secret Wars in 1984 by Jim Shooter, he stole the power of the Beyonder. This is a constant theme of Dr. Doom. He's constantly trying to gain more power. And so for me, I think that his idea of greed, his position of trying to gain more power all the time, makes him a pretty good candidate for the Orange Lantern position. Now, in terms of the Yellow Lantern Ring or the Sinestro Ring, the Ring of Fear, this person I chose was Cletus Cassidy. None other than Carnage. And I think some people would say that he might be better positioned for the Red Lantern ring, for the Ring of Rage, but I think with Cletus Cassidy, he is a character who is insane. But more so than that, I think he would just get a thrill off terrorizing people. He would get a thrill off feeding off the fear of other people. And this I think is very interesting here, because with the idea of Carnage, with the Maximum Carnage storyline, for example, he had basically just gone about inspiring fear and then ultimately confronting Spider-Man. But he's a character who I think best suits the role of being someone that represents the embodiment of fear by using the Sinestro Corps ring. Now, the next person that I chose, or I guess the next ring, is the Indigo Ring, the Ring of Compassion. And this person I chose was the Silver Surfer. And for me, this was an easy choice. The Silver Surfer was pretty simple in terms of who it is that should wield this ring. The Silver Surfer is a character who always tries to find a way to, I guess, to reach another race on an emotional level, to reach another group on a more personal level, because a Silver Surfer is always trying to find a way to reach back to what he was when he was Norrin Radd, before he became the Silver Surfer. And so every single time we see his character, especially in Infinity, he's sticking up for those that can't stick up for themselves. But nonetheless, for me, the Silver Surfer is a perfect candidate for the Indigo Ring. Now, the next ring is the White Lantern Ring. And the White Lantern Ring, of course, I decided to give to Jean Grey as the Phoenix Force, because to me, there's not a soul in the entire Marvel Universe that is more deserving of this role than she is. But more specifically, I chose this because when she's the Phoenix Force, the Phoenix itself quite literally represents death and rebirth. And so her ability to basically resurrect life, to bring anything that's dead back to life, is fantastic, is an incredibly cool concept. But what it would also do is it also give us a chance to see what would happen if Jean Grey fought Thanos. And that would be so cool. Like, that would be an awesome battle. Now, as some of you guys may have noticed, I left out the Violet Ring. And the reason why I left out the Violet Ring is because, in truth, I couldn't think of anybody who could undertake the mantle of Star Sapphire. I couldn't think of anybody who could take this role adequately. So here's what I want. I want you guys to leave comments down below and to tell me, who do you think should be able to wield the Violet Ring? Who should be Star Sapphire? Not only that, if you disagree with my list, then tell me yours. Tell me who you think should be in each of these positions of the emotional spectrum of the various Lantern Corps. With that being said, this was fun. Just a quick little one-off. We'll probably never do this again, but I just thought it was kind of interesting to basically look at the emotional spectrum of Lantern Corps and decide who should get which positions. With that being said, I will catch you guys later. Peace.